Hello folks, and welcome to another episode of my vlog. This week the format's a little bit different to the usual because, well, today is Sunday and the ride was yesterday, and it was a time trial I was taking part in. I say taking part, it was one of my own routes, a 500-kilometre ride, and it was on Friday. It was the summer solstice. So what I was doing yesterday was riding for 24 hours as far as I possibly could. So that's what you're seeing right now on the screen.
Hours and 20 minutes into the ride, 65k done, just heading towards Selby, getting to the M62 interchange very soon. Average speed 27 kilometers an hour.
So I just wanted to start the video really, talk about what sort of food I took with me. Made a bit of a list here because I couldn't possibly remember it all, so I've written it down. So started the day with a couple handlebar bags on the bike, both stuffed with food and a few bits in my pockets as well. So amongst in the pockets I had a packet of some gluten and wheat-free crisps that I took along. I had 2 vegan sausage rolls that I made early in the week, a couple of apples, and I also took along the little fun-sized packets of raisins. I also took loads of porridge and protein bars. I think I took about 9 along with me, but I didn't eat all those. I think I came back with about 3 bars still. Also took some Baby Bells. I always like eating Baby Bells, stuff I can just nibble along on the ride. Took some ham buns as well. Made a couple of ham buns the night before, stuck those in the fridge. Just wrap those in a bit of cling film. Just have those at different points in the day. Finally I took along some fruit loaf as well, about 4 slices of fruit loaf. So I had quite a lot with me. So what you're watching here is a 500-kilometre ride around East Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, Nottinghamshire, and well, initially at the beginning South Yorkshire as well. So the idea was to try and get around the whole course in under 24 hours. Didn't quite do it, I ran over by half an hour, but I'm very pleased. I managed 495.1 kilometres in the 24-hour period. As for the weather, as you can see, it was blue skies for much of the day. Clouded over for a couple of hours late morning and started feeling a little bit chilly actually around the Humber Bridge and towards say Immingham. And as soon as I got to Grimsby, it started to brighten up and it was warm again for the rest of the day until the evening time. It got a little bit cold in the evening. So I did buy some food along the way, and not a lot as you can imagine. After I just took all that with me, I did however buy a chicken mayo sandwich late on, just before the overnight period. Probably could not have bothered with that really, and well, before the overnight period. It must have been about 8 o'clock. I ended up in a takeaway and a small portion of kebab meat and chips. Looking back, it seemed a bit unnecessary really, but I was feeling a bit chilly at the time. And I guess you pack all those treats along with you, but you can't carry any hot food, so that was nice to have. So most of the shopping that I did along the way was for drinks really. Most of the time I was just buying water, bought some of those fridge and milkshake drinks, and a couple of energy drinks too. Don't usually buy energy drinks if I'm honest. But as I was working harder than I probably normally would, it just seemed like a natural choice really to buy those. Oh, and I ended up in a pub for a pint of cider, which is coming to last orders as well. So, well, I really just needed a number 2. I just needed to go to the toilet really, and it just guess it seemed rude not to buy something while I was there. So it beat having a half a Coke or a lemonade. So I just had a pint of cider. So I wasted about 20 minutes there. That was in a pub. I don't know what it's called now. Something Arms. Anyway, that was in a village called Wrangle, which was in South Lincolnshire. It must have been about 10:30. So at some point in the early afternoon, I started to get to Grimsby and Cleethorpes, closer to the coast, and from that point onwards for the next maybe 6 hours, all the way down to, well, just outside Skegness, there was a naggy sea breeze. It was in my face and it was holding me back actually, to use a lot of energy to get all the way down the coastline there. And I did finally reach towards Skegness. I was able to make it back west with a nice tailwind, which really helped for the next, at that point there were probably about 150k to go, so the overnight period was quite pleasant actually. So as you can see, eventually I reached the overnight period. I guess you might not be able to see much on the screen, but it was pretty nondescript really. It was nice and dry. So I'm just taking a walk over 5 Mile Bridge off the water railway. Temperature is currently 7 degrees, so that's quite nippy for a summer's evening. Been a great ride. A bit chilly though, temperature's got down to about 7 degrees, and at one point I had to go along the Lincoln waterway and it was decidedly chilly there. I had to stop and put a snood on so I didn't get too cold. Then after the Lincoln waterway I was onto the NCN 64, which is an old disused railway line, and it leads from Skellingthorpe, not too far from the centre of Lincoln. It just takes you directly west into Nottinghamshire. And from there it was about 3 o'clock, it started to get a little bit brighter in the sky as I started to go north into northern Lincolnshire and the Isle of Axholme. So by the time I actually finished the ride, as you can see here, it was light by that point. So all in all, I had a really fantastic day of riding. The weather was really good, and yeah, I ended up with a puncture. Bike needs to go in for repair, but that's just part and parcel of doing all these long rides. Often that's, you know, the bike's going to have to be repaired, and you know, spending a lot of money on bringing it back up to scratch every few months or so. So that's it really. Yeah, just finish by saying hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different format, but yeah, a bit different. I'm looking forward to having a go at perhaps beating my distance next year. So yeah, I'll leave it here. So if you enjoyed this video, please do click the like button, and perhaps consider subscribing to my channel as well. It'd be great to have you on board really. If you've got any comments or questions, please do go ahead and add those below the video, and I'll have a go at I'll have a go at replying to some of those. And well, that's it from me. Take care. I shall hopefully see you next weekend. The bike's fixed by that point, which hopefully it will be. So yeah, anyway, I'm waffling a little bit now. So yeah, I'll see you later. Bye bye.